Welcome on board, take it easy. We are about to do something a little bit exciting and a little bit scary. We're going through the Kabui Passage, which is a small passage between Wago and Gam Island. And not a lot of sailing boats can go through because it's really shallow. In some spaces, there's apparently less than 2 meters of water. And you have to pick your moment to go because the current in here is really strong. And you think, okay, easy, I'll just pick the high tide because it would be slug time and just cross there because I have more water under my keel and no current. Wrong. There's actually for some reason more current at high tide, so been around with the dinghy and we figured it's better at mid tide. And yeah, we're gonna go back with the dinghy now, assess if it's a good time to cross and give it a go. And if we get stuck inside, well, I don't know. Let's pray it doesn't happen. Jump on board and let's go.
I'll live on, babe. I'll live on, babe. I'll be moving along, singing my song. Running around, ain't nothing wrong. I'll live long, babe. I said, I'll live long, babe.
Before we take you through the Kabui Passage, let me refresh your memory because it's been a while. In the last episode, we were in Peth Island, ready to leave for our next stop. If you missed it, make sure to watch it, link is in the description below. We are still traveling with Impala, by the way. You might want to go check out their Instagram page. The goal today is to go from here to here. That's less than 7 nautical miles, so it should take us less than 2 hours. In theory, because nothing never goes according to plan. And after just a few miles, we have to stop because there are a lot of buoys in the water.
What's the situation, Captain?
Well, there is farms all over the sea. So I think it's seaweed farms, but it's a maze. So if we start getting in there, there's no way we're getting out. I mean, we could get out by just breaking everything, but we could break the props. We'll have to dive and break all their stuff. So we're trying to find a path. But yeah, that's an issue. I don't want to be stuck here. Yet I don't want to go around all this island, which is like probably an extra 10 nautical miles. So yeah, I don't know. We're gonna probably take the dinghy and see.
It's hard to spot on the camera, but there are literally lines of buoys, and obviously we don't know what's in between.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, it all looks good, just don't go too close to the, about 2 or 3 boat lengths close to the buoys, because the mooring lines come out on a fair angle, but yeah, it's all good.
Alright, good. I think that's our way out.
Good news, there is a way around. Quite a bit of a detour, but eventually we made it. We anchored just in front of the pass, guessing we couldn't cross because the tide might be against us, but let's go check it out.
So I don't know if you can see, but I'm not reversing or going forward, and the current is pushing me that way a lot, like crazy. You can see at the surface, like there is a lot of movement in that direction. So now is not a good time to cross. And also it's very shallow, so we should wait for higher tide and the other way around. Alright, then I guess we just drop anchor and yeah, wait for the night and try tomorrow morning.
What's the verdict?
Nope, not
Nope.
now.
Okay, let's go anchor then.
Yeah, the current is super strong against us and it's low tide also. So I'm not even sure we can go through, but like the current is 4 to 5 knots, I think. So yeah,
Okay.
let's go anchor.
All right, let's anchor here.
So this morning, the tide is actually going the other way, so it's good for us, but it's too strong. It's low tide again, so yeah, I guess we're gonna have to come back in a few hours and check the state of the current. Second try, not the right one. Hopefully the third one is gonna be the right one. I can tell.
3 hours later.
All right, so we finally think we've got the tide right. So we're gonna go now, but we are not 100% sure. So it's a bit stressful because it's not high tide. So the issue is at high tide there's a lot of current, so we cannot go at high tide. We have to go mid tide. But we are never sure that we are mid tide. So maybe we are too low and we're gonna touch the ground. So it is a bit stressful. Let's see. Let's go now.
How do you feel?
I feel a bit stressed, to be honest, because I went with the dinghy and it's very shallow, very narrow. A bit stressful, but I'm confident we can do it. We picked a good condition to do it, so let's do it. This is how we do it. This is how we do it.
Still feeling confident?
Yeah, but we saw 2 meters of water, which is not enough so I can be comfortable. So I'm stressed, but yeah, we're doing it. There's a bit more now. There's like 3 meters and a half. Woohoo!
There?
Yeah, almost there, but the shallow part is at the end, so. I think we've done it. I think the lowest point we've seen was 2 meters of water. So yeah, that's good enough for us. Now, just have to go around all the islands in between, and that's all. So yeah, that's good. I'm very glad we did that, because if we didn't go through that path, we had to go all around, which was a big detour. So yeah, that's good, we've done it.
So, over the past few episodes, you saw us going all around Gum Island, and we are back to where we started, in free wind. And we arrived here just in time to catch some rain.
Look at that amazing weather. I'm loving it. But water collection on the way. And that guy is getting wet. Look.
Oh man, it's cold. I didn't want to waste that water, so.
You can use my towel.
Oh, thank you. Can we make a deal?
No.
You do and get the next one.
No, I'm not doing the next one. Unless it stopped raining.
It's good to do that because I didn't want to waste that water. It's pure water.
20 liters.
Yeah, and it felt like 50 liters because I thought I would never see the end of it. All right, dry, just in time, so I can do the next one.
Well, it's raining like crazy. The water is filling quicker than we can use it, so yeah, having to empty it in the tanks.
I think it's time to tell you more about our water situation. If you've been following us for a while, you know that we've installed a 12-volt water maker on board. We have two 90-litre tanks on board, so 180 litres in total. To put this in perspective, the average water use in a standard household is 145 litres per person per day. It is split between shower and personal hygiene, like washing your hands or brushing your teeth, toilet flush, washing dishes, laundry, cooking and drinking. In our case, because we are restricted, we are very careful. Our showers don't last more than 2 minutes and we never let the water running, so we save a lot of water on the first two. Our flush doesn't use fresh water and we wash dishes with salt water, only doing a quick rinse with fresh water at the end. We only do the laundry on board if we have a lot of water. Cooking stays the same, but we most likely drink a bit more here. So our total comes up to 13 litres per person per day, 26 litres in total. So we would only last a week on our tanks. So yeah, we really need the water maker. Only problem is, since we've been in Raja Ampat, we can't get the water right to become drinkable. To know this, we look at the TDS, which is the total dissolved solids. According to the World Health Organization, the recommended level is 300 ppm with an upper limit of 500 ppm. And currently, we can't get it under 581 ppm. After trying to figure out what could be wrong with our brand new system, we found out that the answer is nothing. But here in Raja Ampat, the water temperature is really high and the salinity as well, which are both factors resulting in high TDS. So yeah, with just the one membrane in our system, we can't make drinking water here. So we need another solution.
You want to see the new installation for the water maker? So much fun. Nothing is easy. Put this on. And then we're going to have a pipe that goes into that bucket and we'll get the water from that bucket. And the water in question is a mix of salt water, so water from the sea, with a tiny bit of fresh water. Because apparently with the salinity and the high temperature of the water here, the water maker is not able to desal the water enough so that we can drink it. So yeah, that's what we have to do. So
yeah, the
fun.
TDS reading is supposed to be under 500, I think.
We are at around 580, so it's not very good. I guess for a short period of time it would be okay, but because we're only drinking this, it's not good enough. So we have to do all of that system, and it's not really hard, but compared to before where we just had to push a button and wait for the water to be made, now we actually have to be there and check everything. And once this bucket is close to being empty, I mix the water in this one and I transfer here. I mean, it's a whole process and I literally have to stand there. So securing this one first goes in here, and I'm putting one of these because the last thing that we want is air bubble to go into the membrane, so we need to make sure there's no air coming in. This is a hose that is plugged to a water pump that's under the boat, and it's usually used to wash the cockpit, so it's coming from the cockpit all the way here. I'm just using it to get some seawater. Fill this one with only seawater first, because we need to let a bit of water going through the entire system before we can pressurize it, and that's to ensure there's no air bubble or anything in it. This one filled with seawater only, then we'll start the system, and in this one I'll start doing the mixed.
I think that's a bit too full.
Yeah, I was talking to you and I...
Well, that's my fault?
Yes,
Okay.
It's always your fault when I
Yeah.
do something wrong.
Yeah.
Should know that by now.
Yeah, sure.
Right, so you can start the system for this one.
Alright, to start the system, I'm gonna go in here and just turn it on. And when there's no air bubble, I'm gonna pressurize the membrane. Alright, there's no air bubble anymore, so I'm gonna pressurize it. So as you can tell, this is red with seawater. That means we need to add some rainwater, which is here.
So second part, I have added about 7 liters of seawater in that bucket, and now in these bags we use them when we collect rainwater, and that's what I'm going to use to make a mix. And yeah, now I'm going to have to do that for the next 2 hours, so mix, transfer, mix, transfer, mix,
Transfer.
transfer. So much fun. So that's option number 2 if we don't have enough rainwater. So we are running the water maker as per usual, so it's taking seawater directly, and then we're taking the product water and filling this bucket. So now this bucket is going to be filled with water that is almost fresh but not enough to be drinkable, and then we reuse that mixed with seawater to get fully drinkable water.
So much fun, isn't it? Well, that's the reality on a boat. You think you have everything figured out, but there's always something not going as planned, and believe me, you have to be creative and resourceful. If that's something you like to see, just follow our adventures, because we'll show you everything. I hope you liked this video. Make sure to subscribe and drop us a like, and we'll see you next time. Bye!